About 45 or 50.
50 films yourself.
Idea of any business. You can't be a success in any business if you don't understand the business of the business.
Possibly the term blaxploitation that has come to be the term to describe the black films or African-American films of the 70s.
Above all, we wanted to make a film that was realistic in content, realistic in nature. The actor, who embodied the most iconic hero of his generation, ended up being consumed by the character that turned him into a star. Superfly 1972 presented itself as an ode to style, power, and victory against the system. However, beneath the glamour of fur coats and exclusive cars, there existed a narrative that few knew about. A narrative filled with hidden battles, shocking crimes, and devastating losses that surpassed in reality and tragedy everything that appeared on screen. Are you enjoying this story? Superfly 1972? Then help the channel grow. Look, 94.8% of the people who watch these videos are still not subscribed to the channel. If you're part of that group, take the chance and subscribe right now. It's free, and that way you'll keep receiving amazing stories from TV shows that we still miss a lot. Oh, and don't forget, at the end of the video, you'll find more stories like this one. Superfly, 1972. The world recognized him as Youngblood Priest. But Ron O'Neal was far from being a street hustler. He was a dedicated artist with deep theatrical roots. His story started in Cleveland, Ohio, where after experiencing family tragedies, he discovered his passion at Karamu House, America's oldest African-American theater company. For 8 years, he honed his craft performing in classics like A Raisin in the Sun while working as a house painter to survive. His breakthrough arrived with an off-Broadway production called No Place to Be Somebody, where he played a cunning bar owner attempting to control local criminal operations. This performance earned him the prestigious Obie Award. The writer of Superfly, Philip Fenty, was actually O'Neal's friend and crafted the Youngblood Priest role specifically with him in mind. But O'Neal had no idea his incredible talent would eventually imprison him. Superfly became a phenomenon nobody anticipated. Produced on a shoestring budget of less than $500,000 and independently funded by black entrepreneurs from Harlem, the film generated over $30 million at the box office. Ron O'Neal transformed into a global sensation practically overnight, yet fame brought intense backlash. Organizations like the NAACP criticized the film heavily, claiming it romanticized drug trafficking. This deeply affected O'Neal. He fought back, insisting the film mattered because it portrayed a black man outsmarting the system. The controversy haunted him to the point where he took matters into his own hands. He stepped up to direct and star in Superfly TNT, relocating Priest from Harlem streets to an African nation where he'd fight for higher ideals. This decision proved catastrophic for his career. The sequel bombed spectacularly. Hollywood received a crystal-clear message. Audiences had zero interest in watching Ron O'Neal as a righteous hero. They craved only one thing, Youngblood Priest, the untouchable street legend. The following 3 decades saw Ron O'Neal trapped in Youngblood Priest's shadow. Hollywood typecast him mercilessly, limiting his opportunities to pimps, dealers, and criminals. He took roles in budget action films and portrayed a Cuban colonel, antagonist in Red Dawn from 1984. Television provided more consistent work through guest appearances on Hill Street Blues and Murder, She Wrote. However, his days as a film-leading man had ended. His promise as a celebrated stage performer faded into obscurity. The Youngblood Priest persona proved impossible to escape. January 14, 2004 marked the end of Ron O'Neal's battle with pancreatic cancer at 66. The character that built his legend simultaneously guaranteed he'd never transcend it. While Priest's portrayer remained locked in his role's cage, his on-screen girlfriend discovered an ingenious escape route from Hollywood's constraints. Sheila Frazier brought Georgia to life, the intelligent and stunning partner. Her on-screen confidence masked an extraordinary personal struggle most viewers never suspected. Sheila's hidden truth was her lifelong battle with severe stuttering that made acting seem like an impossible dream. Everything shifted when she connected with Richard Roundtree, Shaft's star. He encouraged her to audition for the Negro Ensemble Company, and through this experience, she unlocked a revelation. Complete immersion in a character made her stutter vanish. Acting became more than passion. It became her healing. Following Superfly and its follow-up, Sheila continued performing through the 70s. But the 80s brought a strategic pivot behind the scenes. This move defined her true lasting impact. 1982 saw her joining Richard Pryor's Indigo Productions as a story editor, evaluating scripts for production potential. Her influence expanded rapidly. She produced for Essence magazine's television content before joining the revolutionary Black Entertainment Television Network. For 13 years, Sheila ran BET's talent division. This position made her a crucial gatekeeper in Black entertainment. She discovered and nurtured emerging talent, defining the network's identity for over a decade. While her male Superfly colleagues remained stuck in their iconic roles or disappeared entirely, Sheila evolved into an influential executive, reshaping Black media's future. Completely unseen by millions who remembered her only as Georgia, the Superfly cast's narrative overflows with unexpected revelations. Julius Harris brought Scatter to life, the seasoned former dealer mentoring Priest. Fans rarely learned he was a genuine late starter. Harris launched his acting journey at 41. His previous life included serving as a World War II Army medic, working as a licensed nurse, and bouncing at New York jazz venues. Post-Superfly, he accomplished what none of his castmates achieved: legitimate Hollywood stardom. 1973, merely 1 year after Scatter, Julius Harris transformed into the memorable antagonist Tee-Hee in the James Bond film Live and Let Die. His threatening laugh and lethal metal hook hand made him one of Bond's most unforgettable villains, yet Harris's journey pales beside the startling reality of another cast member. Charles McGregor portrayed Fat Freddy, the unfortunate dealer captured by police who turns on Priest. His performance radiated authenticity for a remarkable reason. Most viewers never realized Charles McGregor wasn't merely performing criminality, he lived it. Before acting, McGregor cycled through state prisons for 28 years after committing 2 homicides. He gained freedom shortly before Superfly production began. When his brief film career concluded, Charles McGregor embraced an entirely new purpose. He toured the nation, counseling middle and high school students about criminal life's dangers. The man who spent decades incarcerated now dedicated himself to preventing youth from repeating his errors. He documented his remarkable transformation in an autobiography co-written with Sharon Sofa, perfectly titled Up from the Walking Dead, the Charles McGregor story, however. The film conceals one final devastating truth that reveals the real cost of the world it depicted. Carl Lee embodied Eddie, Priest's closest friend and business partner. Eddie represents the character who embraces the lifestyle completely. He cannot comprehend Priest's desire to exit the game. Reality painted Carl Lee as coolness personified. As the son of renowned black actor and boxer Canada Lee, Carl dominated New York's hip underground culture. He commanded respect as an actor independently, securing an Emmy nomination in '64 for The Nurses. He headlined the revolutionary '64 film The Cool World, playing a character named Priest years before Superfly existed. He perfectly fit the sophisticated, street-savvy Eddie. Behind his cool exterior lurked a dark, tragic reality. The Superfly cast's ultimate heartbreaking secret reveals that the film's world wasn't fiction for Carl Lee, it was his existence. While portraying a prosperous dealer on camera, Carl Lee privately battled severe heroin dependency. His addiction culminated in ultimate tragedy. Through contaminated shared needles, Carl Lee contracted AIDS. April 17, 1986 ended his painful struggle. Carl Lee died from an overdose at 59. The film shows Youngblood Priest outsmarting everyone to exit successfully. Real life consumed the actor playing his partner through the exact lifestyle the movie portrayed. His death serves as Superfly's unspoken final chapter, a haunting reminder that this game produces no victors. Superfly transcends being merely a film. It represents a collection of human journeys far more dramatic, inspiring, and tragic than any screenplay could capture. A brilliant performer imprisoned by his signature role. Are you enjoying this story, Superfly, 1972? Then help the channel grow. Look, 94.8% of the people who watch these videos are still not subscribed to the channel. If you're part of that group, take the chance and subscribe right now. It's free, and that way you'll keep receiving amazing stories from TV shows that we still miss a lot. Oh, and don't forget, at the end of the video, you'll find more stories like this one, Superfly, 1972, a leading actress who conquered personal demons to become an unseen industry powerhouse. A former convict who discovered purpose, warning others from his destructive path, and a cultural icon destroyed by the very existence he performed. The authentic cost of Superfly wasn't borne by fictional characters, but by the real people who breathed life into them.